Let the caramel dance and promote gambling distant sapien, no malfunctions. I didn't want to have to go, but it ain't the rest of your life. Did you request my 30,000 bolt in 3 different spaces? Okay, night windmill, what about 11? That's not all that multiply it doesn't actually that's I was gonna say. Are you trying to blackmail me? I'm extrapolating, trying to dictate here alright my life. I like the word because it's not the way that you use it, but me saying better. It better that elaborate, don't ask that, facts. Maybe not what is that? I haven't mentioned this for a while that you should be in on, it's goof though. Here's the thing, we might split it 1-4 like no everyone like topics, so that it can say in a while. But it really puts a mark based on eventually. So whichever dog comes first to chirp get there now we have to guess. Look at him and I'll try to stay to the side. It wasn't one of my favorites originally, but it's good now firework. Patience, someone has to pick up the slack and keep it at base, deliver it to copious HG. It has to be genuine all over for the rest wisely. We all have to make some sacrifice. Probably still much after this, we're gonna see. All parts are in the new protocol, and it weighed 12 decins after the leading edge dry treatment, also time exposure do it complete justice really from the ground, and ready to be tested going around and around just under 3000 RPM. Everything is green and the green is mine. This is what I've been waiting for, but it's arrived too early without notice. Omitting the notification isn't the biggest issue. But definitely I can chronicle that need for a bigger shot in the unfavoring direction for maybe 3 more lunar circles, before cold Raymond operations, when my stepper will brush disgusting all the path and do different going down. Still sucks, but it's better. I don't do it for the practical result. I do it not to think and abolish by experimenting. A mess with all time-changing characteristics, jiggling round the dynamic things. And I deciphered it again. I crammed in more horsepower, and I mean absolutely flat in the first half of guard. Stop sleeping, wide open is disrespectful. This sounds mental when trying to build up a functional replica of reality in your brain to intuitively master every single thing there is, and figure out every aspect that might be, and really it really is. Explain to yourself how you perceive it. The marble is modified, and so is the sapien, but this only partially elucidates this matter of interest. Upon closer inspection, though still at moderate distance, the spooks of this altruistic invasion is phenomenally frightful to some, and that is to explain the problemity itself, which I give you the identity of it by the call out of mental time travel with unfulfilled needs. The latter you see as a box that has the objective to be full, but it is not and cannot have its full volume occupied by whatever matter you're trying to complete it with. That is not by definition how the box metaphor implements into existence's back end, but it is how the sapien is treated with it when traveling through time. This time traversing not pertaining relations the real experience, but in the skull. The resolution of what you recollect is estimated to be low and pretty bad. To illustrate, imagine dropping into a MW2 lobby in 2010 and taking straight smack from the game chat. Take this now from your brain as you recall, to have lived it, and print it out to see it as low res, and higher forced will give you the evaluation that a large portion of this recall, which are not substantiated by anything as some say, is your own current work of literature composed presently by impro techniques, ego and other methods of self-praise. This script you play on the diskette is bad by commonly accepted estimates in Western sapiens, but not in my part which matches reality in real time. This time travel in the ultimate in time simulation a sapien has not yet even dreamed to obtain, because it has not even been thought of by the most narcissistic or diligent or whatever else there is. This result mine is calico-mode and relates to the striker ability. Calico-mode mean that the in-skull simulation, recall all possible estimates, gambles, guesses, predictions of invisible events, development ability, creativity, and all rest, and best there is to imagine is perfected. When you hit the blue, you shit the blue. This is straight up lightning strikes in the skull coming in as triples. That's the best you can chronicle. As the before mentioned functional replica and skull reality, this is the one above window pane limiters. It has the elusive negative ping, omnidirectional strikes in rapid succession with faster repetition, that femtosecond pulsed lasers hit with rolls and bong water, and no ray tracing is advertised here. There is nothing to give to the sapien, but use until the strike diminishes. Yes, all is not well, because this calico mode is only available after momentous and highly visual strikes. The fuller the tanks and better the triple hole connection, the more slip and time in the fire, the harder the strike and blue in the yellow in the green. Activations come with a short delay, but no delay can be criticized when the expansion initiates determination, and concentration requires no focus, because the resolution is infinite. Not a single instance not to be resolved. The only doubt to echo the skull is the unclosable between calico-mode's world and the striker's body ability to reshape reality. The real gap does not exist, though the gap is in the self-conical, in which the moment is not taken advantage of. Striking with negative ping to the negative ping with calico-mode striker synchronization are sequences vaulting most electrically through 360 cat and following through to create what Sapien call everything. It is this for why the unexplainable of a Sapien is eternally how to define and extrapolate on everything, perceive matter, recollect and print, store to the skull, create to explore, deliver to explain, imagine to theorize, multiply to forget and cycle to diminish or escape. This reason is the calico-mode striker synchronization which creates upon creation to feel the all-in-one. Formidably, this includes multiplicities and universal funhouses for teleportations and time strikes and rushes. So fast to me and 360 cat, but eternally lasting to the Sapien moving with the dusting, caught in the fog, wondering if a flower can't think. Blue bash in the window pane instead of this hit the rock, rush to rush in the later lemon mind before the sting comes. Such are the dynamics of what Sapien cannot, because he will praise the standardly accepted communication methods over the flares and strikes. Devaluate the ability to put two together a sentence, because this is a slow, rather idealize the strikes and drive pride into execution and control. Hitting the rock in rotating gas and putting together sentences which are not substantiated by anything as are there only to calm the Sapien idiot dreaming of classical privilege. Thus iconical to blue bash window pane and hell purgatory brilliance lemon bursts.